So this is going to be more of like a vlog post, but I had this great opportunity. I had this great idea earlier, right? So I started writing it down, and I've already gotten so much done this morning. And then I checked the time, right? And then Alex Hermanzi's thing is today, right? His event is, which I don't know what time zone you're in, but it's noon for me today, right? So I've already gotten shit done. And I really hope his event is worth it, you know? Whenever I first started investing money into myself, like years ago, right? Whenever I was developing the growth mindset and paying for shit to make me better, right? A live event. I paid for a live event, right? From someone who is very famous, and I bought like the extra shit, you know? And I was very disappointed, actually, honestly, you know, because you could tell it was pre-recorded. You're selling something and you're lying to thousands of people, because I wasn't the only one, right? And you couldn't tell during the advertising, but during the event, you could tell it was pre-recorded. It wasn't alive. So everyone showed up to the live event and the person wasn't actually connecting with the viewers one-on-one and being live, okay? Live means I'm fucking doing this shit right here, right now with you, right? And with technology now, you can make it appear like you are live, which a lot of the viewers couldn't be fooled, because you can clearly tell. I mean, I could, and a lot of other people could too, right? Yeah. And it was so sad, and I lost so much respect for this person, which is also sad because I've picked up a few things from this person, and it was just sad to see the audience be excited, then be let down, and then on top of that, you have people that were talking about offing themselves live in the comment section, right? Because it was like a personal development thing, live event, but it was virtual. And it was so unethical to me, right? And I don't ever feel like doing business with this person ever, even though he is like a large name. It's a man, but you know, a lot of men are in personal development and all that. So I'm not gonna literally throw him under the bus, but it was just sad and disappointing. And to me, it was unethical. Like, yes, use your time wisely. Yes, the pre-recorded event and lying, saying it's live when everyone else is live, you know?
Don't be a peasant. Level up.
That's a reminder for me to get my shit together. I've had that on my phone for years. I know sometimes my phone will talk while I'm recording these, but I'm used to it. I'm sure it doesn't sound right. But yes, I felt like that was wrong, right? And it's just sad. This person isn't hard up on money, right? So I definitely hope it's not that, because I definitely was disappointed, and I definitely haven't seen anything relating to this person that I watched years ago, you know, and I followed and helped then. But I'm definitely not gonna follow, and I'm definitely not gonna do business with, because your time and attention, your energy is doing business. Even if you're not paying directly with money, you are paying with your time and energy. That's why you should be more aware of where you are placing your time and energy, because it does have value. And now with social media and YouTube and all that stuff, you're literally giving money, which is time and energy, to the person that you're watching. So that's why I've been saying thank you at the end of the video. That's one reason. You know, I am just grateful for you to be here, because I do know the value of it. You are here. Time, energy, you're here. You're listening, you're watching. I do value that. You are doing business with me, even though you're not directly giving me money, you're directly giving me the value, the time of day. So it is an exchange, right? So yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for putting your time and energy into me as well. I do appreciate it. And that's why if this person came to me and wanted to do business with me, wanted to work with me, I would say no. It'd be a great opportunity. It'd make me a lot of money. But that's something I can't do. I can't do. Right? I am the type of person, not the type of, but you know, I do stand on morals and principles even when shit gets hard, and this person is of high status, right? Is probably a billionaire by now, multi-millionaire, whatever. But morals and ethics, like principles, they matter. They matter. So, and that's why I believe in doing business with someone who is aligned with me, my vision, my goals, right? My vision is to where like-minded individuals help each other grow. and like-minded isn't like the same, right? I never wanted to be the smartest person in the fucking room because I love learning, right? And I'm smart in certain areas, and I would love to grow, and I am growing in those areas, but whatever. But I still love to learn random shit too, right? So anyways, that's why I talk about Alex and Layla and Milet, right? Because I feel that so far, which they have shown me, is they have ethics. They have morals that align with me, and I align with, you know, theirs. It's the same-ish, right? Like Milet, he does videos where, like the one from this morning, where it was him talking and then it was like a clip of something else, you know. I understand that. I get that. That's perfectly fine to me, right? But he's not gonna be like, he hasn't, that I've noticed so far, okay? He hasn't been like, oh, I'll be live at noon, and it's a pre-recording. It's him not actually being live. Him not interacting with the people that paid for the event for him to be live. Right? Not that I have seen. So that does matter to me. And I do believe in a world where people have ethics and morals. I know because I have them and I've seen them. I've seen people hold up their standards even when shit gets hard. And I know because I've been there. I've been there. And I know a matter like perspective, good and bad. I know. I'm fully aware of that as well. What's unethical to me may not be unethical to you. Which is understandable. What I believe, some things you probably don't believe in. But my understanding comes from experience. And I'm thinking of one subject that everybody, like, I understand it, but, you know, I can't help but have the perspective I have because of my experience with it, you know? So, and I don't want to go there right now, not in this one, so I'm gonna change the subject. Anyways, what time is it? Hold on. Yeah. My watch, yeah. Anyways. This watch is behind. That's not the time. I know that. So, once I get done with Alex's VIP live launch today. Pretty sure his birthday is today too. So, happy birthday. Don't know if you're ever gonna see this, but I don't really care either. Just saying. So anyways, after I'm done with that, I'm going to record a different type of video because I actually want to help you shift. Because this has helped me shift. It's not like creating your reality, it's taking what you have and shifting it, and the cards that you're dealt and working with those and making those better, and you know, working with what you got, right? So, and then after that I probably have to cook because I do cook for my brother. I don't have my children here right now. But when my brother has a day off, because he does work a 9 to 5, I will cook for him because he's the type of person that lives off of pizza and ramen. And I'm not okay with that. But I'm also not gonna cook for him every single day. Alright? But when he does have a day off, I do like to, not really like to, but I do it out of love. Right? He's my brother. So after I like play around with that video, I'll make him food. So I don't know when I'm gonna be posting my third video for the day, but I do want to play around with it because it's the idea of affirmations, but like shifting it slightly. Like whenever because I do vortex days all the time, like follow your bliss and follow what you want to do, right? And my list of stuff that I do every single day, right? Compound, right? Keep hitting the piñatas of your life, which is from Head My Let's book, but that just popped into my head. You keep hitting the piñata until the candy falls out, right? You keep fucking doing it. And even when you get like the result that you want, right? You keep going to get the result. Like, but whatever. Whatever. Technicalities. So, when I'm doing my vortex days, right? Which I do a lot. Majority of the time now, actually. The shit that I have to do. My priorities, right? Lately, you know, I haven't felt like doing school. My college work, right? I haven't felt like doing it. Doesn't excite me. I know why I have it in my life, right? I'm very selective. So I've been using this technique. Right. And I haven't felt like doing it just because it's not exciting. It doesn't bring me joy. It is expansive, but because I do learn, I don't just try 100%, right? But I try, like, I give it a good 90%. Like, effort, you know? And I have a 3.8 GPA. I've like had one ever since I started, right? It's stupid easy, doesn't stimulate me. I give half of a fuck, right? Which 90% is probably more than, but it doesn't really do much for me when I'm in that like feeling mode of I don't want to do this type thing. And if I've done everything that I wanted to do before I do school, like I know I'm going to have to do school, like I can't really procrastinate on it, but I'll procrastinate. Like the last moment to me is not like the last day is due, right? Because it doesn't work like that. But like the last like hour or two before I go into like relaxation mode for the day. Because if I don't, I don't, like I barely sleep now, but I wouldn't sleep if I didn't intentionally relax, okay? So anyways, this is something that I've been doing when I don't feel like doing school. So I don't like procrastinate last minute before relaxation mode of the day, you know? I will flip it and shift my thoughts to like, no, I don't like doing it, but I do love learning, right? I do love learning about finances. I do love knowing that I am still progressing in life. I do love knowing that I can maintain over a 3.5 GPA, because they always send me like bullshit in the mail, you know, because I'm over a 3.5. Is it 3.5? It might be like 3.3. I don't know. They send me a lot of shit in the mail wanting me to like buy into some fucking offer. Yeah. Because it's online, right? And I love that I can not waste my time at a actual facility where I would be distracted by people and everything else around me, because I'm very aware of my surroundings. And people are a distraction. They are. Like, I have to, a lot of the times I block out majority of like the crowd that I'm in, except for like my own space around me, right? Because if anybody enters like my space, I automatically feel it, and so it's distracting. I have to go into that like mode of blatantly ignoring everybody, because if I'm not in that mode, I get distracted by like everybody, and then I like people watching, I like observing people, so I'm figuring people out without actually talking to them, which is very easy for me, and then it gets me curious, and then I'm easily distracted, right? But that's what I want to play around with after I watch Alex's stuff and be there online, as I want to play around with the idea of affirmations, but shifting it. Like, oh, I don't feel like exercising, but I love feeling fit. I love moving my body. I love feeling like a fucking limp noodle, you know? When you can like barely move your arms, or like your legs are fucking shaking. Yes. And then I love feeling like the ache over the next few days, because perhaps that's weird, but perhaps not. So I want to play around with that. So I will play around with that after Alex's